Happy New Year and welcome to the Motorola live stream. As some of you know, earlier today we announced 4 new phones. And I'm super excited. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Kemper. We are coming at you live from Motorola HQ in downtown Chicago. We're going to unbox our 4 newest devices. And we're going to start off with the Motorola G Play, and then we're going to move on to the Motorola G Stylus, the Motorola G Stylus, the Motorola G Play, the G Power, and the Motorola One 5G Ace. We got a lot of Moto phones.
That's right, folks, and we're going to be unboxing all 4 of those phones today for you. We're going to be showing you all the cool new features, doing some live demos, and we even have a special guest later on today from the Chicago Fire. You're definitely not going to want to miss that.
That's right, Adrian. I am so excited. We hope all of you are too. So let's get this party started.
You know what? Speaking of parties, you're invited to this party as well. We've already seen a lot of great questions that you posted on social media. Keep them coming, because you know what? We're going to be doing some giveaways for some of the best questions, so definitely keep them coming. We're going to be answering them throughout. We're going to be giving away some of these Motorola phones, some Chicago Fire gear, a lot of great stuff. So stay tuned and keep those questions coming.
Yeah, and also let us know, how did you find us today? Was it via our YouTube link? You can also tweet us on Twitter. You can follow us on our Facebook page, and we also are on Instagram.
Yeah. Hey, did you happen to see my TikTok?
Which one was that?
The Corvette.
Oh, that was recorded on the new G Play, right?
It was recorded on the G Play. It has a dual camera system. And you know what, thinking about some of the features on the device that we're going to cover in a little bit, it really reminds me of the Moto G story and what the Moto G franchise really is all about.
Right.
It's about bringing those premium features into a valuable, affordable device, right? No longer are there days where they say, oh, you know what, you're going with the entry-level device, they don't care about specs, they don't care about features. That's not true. Just because you're on a budget doesn't mean you don't want a great battery life, doesn't mean you don't want a great display. You know what, so let's get into this device and show them all the great features.
Yeah, let's do the unboxing. So you're greeted here, it opens up on the side, you're immediately greeted with the phone itself, and it's conveniently wrapped. So we're going to set that off to the side for now and check out what else is inside the box. We have some legal information. You also have a SIM tool, which is very important, especially if you're going to be using your current SIM. You want to throw it over into this phone. This is an unlocked, so this is going to be really convenient and helpful. You can never have too many SIM poppers around. There is a USB-C charging cable, which is very convenient, great for future proofing, and we have a wall charger also conveniently labeled inside the box for you. So let's take a look and a walk around of the device here. I have one already kind of turned on. Advanced camera system. You have the power button, and then you also have a volume rocker key up at the top of the device. So that's really convenient that it's all right here on the right-hand side. On the top of it, you have your headphone jack.
I love that.
Right, who doesn't need a headphone jack nowadays? And then you also have a USB-C charging port at the bottom with a speaker grill. So your speaker always fires at the bottom. You have some great spots all around this device. The SIM tray is located over on the left-hand side. Oh, nice. So that's perfect you can use that SIM popper tool, right?
Exactly. And you know what? The first thing that really stands out to me is that beautiful 6.5-inch Max Vision HD Plus display. You know what? One of my New Year's resolutions was to catch up on all these great shows out there. You recommended to me a really great show about a bounty hunter from a galaxy far, far away, and you know what? I was able to binge watch both seasons on this device here, in one battery life too, because it offers up to 3 days of battery life, so I didn't have to worry about, while I'm binge watching these shows, having to worry about staying close to an outlet or halfway through having to plug it in.
Of course.
This thing was great, but again, an amazing show. But this device, that beautiful display, along with up to 3 days of battery life, really is something that's really great.
Because of the brains of the device. We partner with Qualcomm. They make some of the best type of chips out there for Android devices. And this is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 460 processor. So that's going to allow you to have that great battery life and be able to take advantage of some incredible content here on this large display. It also powers our amazing camera system. Like, you were able to take some photos over for Twitter. You were able to do all of that because of the 13 megapixel main sensor. Now, what I use this a lot for is for portraits, and your portraits come out to the next level thanks to the depth sensor that's also located in the back of the device.
Yeah, portrait mode to me is still one of my favorite camera features. I just love what you can do when you can blur out the background. It just really adds a beautiful effect to it. And the fact that you have a dedicated depth sensor for it really allows you to get super versatile, right? It doesn't have to be just a face or a person. Now you can take beautiful portrait images of objects and all kinds of great things.
That's true, and it gives you good little tips. I like how our Moto, the Moto 3.0 camera software that's loaded on this device, it gives you little tips and tricks that maybe you want to switch over to portrait mode to take advantage of that situation that you're in. And those enhanced capabilities are just sprinkled throughout the UI. And if you ever wanted, if you kind of like dismiss one, if you want to get back to it, all of those are located conveniently in the MyUX app. It's located right here on the front of your screen, and if you click on it, you can get those helpful tips and tricks, and also conveniently customize your device to your liking.
I love that because there's multiple configurations that you can do. You can change the background color, your fonts, your icon shapes, all the great things. So you can really customize this to make this a super unique phone that fits your mood, that fits your style, all of those great things. But you know what? We've talked a lot about this device, but we want to hear from you. What are some of your questions? We see, let's take a question here. One of them is being about the storage. Can you expand the storage? So this has 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage, and that is expandable up to 512 gigabytes of storage. So which is really great.
That
So
is great.
not only are you getting already some great storage, but you're having the ability to expand that memory with the micro SD card.
That's
The
true.
fingerprint sensor, as we mentioned, is on the back of the device, located right where the Motorola Batwing is.
I gotta tell you, that's so convenient nowadays. You always have to have a mask on when you're out and about, and gone were the days of those fingerprint sensors on all those devices. So I love how instant and fast it is to quickly unlock my device and do whatever I need to do.
Yeah, and you know what? And security is so important, right? You're going to want to be able to lock your phone, all that important information. So the ability to customize this to your specific fingerprint and to instantly unlock is super convenient, right? So we love that. But again, let us know what you guys are thinking before we move on to the next device. And let us know who you think this phone would be great for. Is this something
That's
you
what
would
I wanna
like?
know, yeah.
You know, because all these great features under $200. I mean, what a phenomenal phone with really great specs, great
Yeah,
features.
I think this is a perfect phone for your first phone because it has so many of those features that we know and love about mobile phones today at such a low, convenient price, right? You have that
Exactly.
gorgeous large display. You have this advanced camera system where you could do those great portraits, and you're able to do that for days.
Exact, up to 3 days of battery life, right?
Oh.
And speaking of battery life, that brings us to the next device, the Moto G Power. And nothing really says battery life like the Moto G Power, but it's not just battery life anymore, which is really great. This is really built for the power user, the multitasker. But guess what? You like taking pictures, you like taking images. We're gonna get to the camera system on here as well. You like mobile gaming, you're doing some of that. This is also gonna help you out with that. So you know what? Without further ado, Kemper, do the honors. Let's do the unboxing on this one as well.
I like it. So it opens up on the side, and that's very, very nice. I kind of like when the boxes open up on the side like
Yes.
that. You're immediately greeted with the phone itself. So we're going to take that out and set it off to the side, and we're going to get back to that here really soon. Also located in the box, you have your legal information, a little quick start guide, that SIM popper tool, which is great, especially for if you want to just take your SIM out of your current phone and throw it in this one. It will just work. You also have a USB-C charger, which is so future-proof. It's 2021, people. We need to be using USB-C on everything. And it includes a wall charger. So you don't have to worry about trying to find one in a bag or anything. This device comes with a wall charger. That's the best part.
That's
So,
really great. All the essentials that you're gonna need to get your phone going,
right? And
keep it running.
exactly. And so I actually have this device already set up, but let's do a little explore some of the hardware of it. It's already this gorgeous color. I really like the effect that it has when the light shines on it. You have that advanced camera system right here on the back in the center. And then over on the side, you're going to have your fingerprint sensor. I find this so convenient. I am right-handed, and when I hold the phone in my hand, my thumb just is always automatically resting there. And we added some cool software functionality to take advantage of that new placement. You also have your volume rocker. If we take a look at the top of the phone, do I see a headphone jack? Yes, I do.
I love that. You know what? I wish my Bluetooth headset would have the same battery life as some of these phones because you know what? Sometimes I forget to charge it. So having the headphone jack is so great. Use my wired headsets. That way I'm on the go. I keep it moving.
That's right. And on the bottom, you have that USB-C port with a speaker grill. So, and just let's take a look at that. I can't believe how thin this device is and it has how many days of battery life?
Up to 3 days of battery life. So again, for all of those kind of intense power user needs, right? All the things you're doing, as we mentioned before, the binge watching, the multitasking. If you're shopping online, you're going to want to have 3 days of battery life. And we mentioned social media. It's not just about creating the content, but viewing the content, you need a great battery life, right? You're like me, it's 10 o'clock at night, I'm about to go to bed, I'm thinking, you know what, I'll watch 1 or 2 TikTok videos, 1 or 2. Next thing you know, it's 4 a.m., I'm making chicken fried rice, and I'm doing the Dougie in the kitchen, right? So it's crazy. So you need a great battery life to last you throughout. And you know what, over the holiday season, especially New Year's Eve, I wanted to really test this out. So I powered it up, and I wanted to see how long it could last me, right?
Yeah.
And I was able to do so much with it. You know,
really?
And you know, New Year's, you're sending all your messages, you're sending pictures to your family, you're wishing everybody well, you know, so it was really great. And I was able to watch and catch up on another show that you might have heard of. It's about a young lady who falls in love with playing chess. I don't know if you guys have heard about it. It's obscure, but it's a phenomenal show. I was able to get through that whole show, up to 3 days of battery life. So great, so great.
You know, another thing that you can do around the holidays, and I took advantage of, was taking pictures, right? Because we weren't all able to get together as a family this year, and being able to take a lot of pictures to document this like crazy holiday season, having a great camera is really important. And with this device, you have a 48 megapixel main sensor. You also have a depth sensor in here and a macro lens. I gotta tell you, I took the macro lens to a field of different tests, and I came up with some really cool photos. For Christmas, I got some coffee beans, and I loved being able to go really close to it, and I didn't know that's what a coffee bean really looked like.
Yeah, with the macro lens, you're getting 5 times closer to your object. And if you look up macro photography right now on social media, there's thousands of pages dedicated because it's such a cool camera feature. Having it built into the device is so cool. Again, it allows you to get super close, something you can't do with a regular camera sensor. So having that additional lens really does lend itself to some really cool camera, some photography, some great images. But let's talk about some of the features too that you can do with that. This does have a quad pixel technology, so it allows you to do some really cool stuff like night vision, right?
So that's amazing, yeah. You
you're
don't
outside,
need any light anymore.
You don't. So you're outside, it's too dark, you know what? Not with night vision, you don't have to worry about that. It actually illuminates that image, makes it look like it's daytime. So a lot of great features, and we still have a lot of those great Motorola features that we have on our camera as well, like spot color, where you identify one color in the image, everything else turns black and white. A lot of great camera features that we're still offering on these devices.
That is so true, Adrian. We really do. And those enhancements, taking a lot of pictures is super important, but you also need to have that gorgeous display. Be able to really take advantage and see everything that you're taking pictures of, right? And this has a 6.6 Max Vision HD display.
It does. Beautiful displays. Again, as I was watching that show, you know, being able to enjoy it on such a beautiful display was just awesome. And the aspect ratio on that as well. So you're very, you know, edge to edge, almost borderless display. So that way the whole screen is just what you're watching. You don't have to worry about those borders on the side. And you know what, when I was watching that, you know, I wasn't experiencing any lag. It was super smooth because of the processor in here. Processor that we chose for this device, I think, is just perfect. It's built for multi-camera systems. It's built for battery efficiency. It also enhances when you're mobile gaming, which is super cool.
Oh, definitely. And you know, speaking of enhancements, one of my favorites is with that fingerprint sensor on the side of the device. You're able to double tap it and get quick access to some of your favorite apps. Maybe you want to catch up in an episode on one of your favorite streaming apps, or if you wanted to check out YouTube and watch a live show, right? All of that is quickly accessible with just a simple double tap of the fingerprint sensor. It really is going to take your multitasking to the next level. And
you know what I love about that is that you can customize that app tray to your favorite apps. You know, and I love that because throughout the year, we're interacting with different apps throughout the whole year, right? During holidays, you probably have your favorite retailers on the go that you're constantly tapping, and going into fantasy football season just ended for me. So I had all my fantasy football leagues on there. You know, right now I'm in a lot of fantasy football support groups for those of us that lost. But that's okay. You know what? Because some of our Chicago teams here made it to the playoffs. So, you know, shout out to all the Chicago teams as well. But yes, I love that feature because, again, it allows for you to really customize it, interact with the apps that you're interacting with the most, right? Right there at the tap of your finger.
That's right. And you can change all of those customizations to fit the phone to what you like in that Motorola app. We mentioned it has some tips and tricks to it, but you can easily turn on and off some of those features, such as that power touch feature, conveniently and quick and easily right here.
Yes, and you know what? Let's take a break because I think we have a lot of really awesome questions here. Does the Play have a headphone jack? It does. It does.
Yes.
It also has a jack. Actually, all the phones that we're going to be talking about today have a headphone jack on there, which is really great. Again, for that. Let me see. Do the Dougie. I wish I could. I don't have enough room. If I had enough room, I'd be doing. I'd be doing the Dougie for sure. Wireless charging? No. Unfortunately, not. We don't have the wireless charging. But again, with the battery life that you're getting on here, you're not going to have to worry about that. You're only going to be charging this thing up every so often. So no wireless charging on this device here. So really great. One of the questions I know was about the Android update. You will get one OS upgrade within the year. So again, yeah, be on the lookout for Android 11. A lot of great stuff. Love having the latest and greatest when it comes to Android. I'm still loving all the great features on the Android 10. That QR code with the Wi-Fi. A lot of great stuff with Android 10. So yes, definitely, again, great questions. Are these available from Amazon yet? Great question. They will be available in the unlocked variant, which is great. I love the fact that you have the freedom to choose your network, your plan, everything for you. The freedom to choose is so great. So
yeah,
having the
I love to
ability.
shop around, take advantage of those good deals, right? And
Exactly.
Motorola always has some good deals. So you
They
got to
do.
be able to shop around, and unlock devices is so great to have.
Yeah, and both of these phones under $200. You know, so again, no brainer on there. But again, thank you so much for that. Keep the questions coming.
Yeah,
We love it. We
wanna
we
keep
love
hearing
this.
it.
We love this.
So
But
we talked about the G Play. We talked about the G Power. But let's keep this party going, right?
Let's keep
we have
it going.
so much other stuff, and you want to stay tuned. So if you're just joining us, we have a few more devices we want to unbox with everyone today. And we even have a special guest from the Chicago Fire still to come, so you're not going to want to miss anything.
yeah, and you know what you don't want to miss is this next device either. I think my favorite phone of 2020 was the Moto G Stylus. I loved it. It was a new form factor for Motorola, so I wanted to get my hands on it right away. And you know what? I fell in love with the first tap and touch of that stylus. I mean, it really changed the way that I interacted with my phone, whether I'm scrolling on my website or even text messaging, taking notes, multitasking. I mean, this phone was really perfect for me. I do all of those things. I'm doodling all the time. I'm taking way too many notes. And the ability that the stylus allows you to do is really great. So when I heard that we're going to be coming out with a brand new Moto G Stylus, I was over the moon, excited. So I hope you're excited as well. Kemper, do the honors. Let's do the unboxing on the new Moto G Stylus.
Fantastic. So you're greeted here with the box. It lifts up to open and reveal the new device, the Moto G Stylus. So we're going to take that out and we're going to do a little walk around of the device here next. But let's see what else is located inside the box. Inside of this tray, you're going to have your SIM popper tool, some support documents, some quick start guides. Also inside the box, you have a USB-C charging cable and a power brick. So it's always great. You can never have too many of this device, right?
Exactly.
You need to always have a charging cable.
Exactly.
Yeah, so let's take a look around the device here. I've got this one already set up for us. And wow, you can see how gorgeous this color is. It reflects the way it reflects the light. You have a fingerprint sensor located on the right-hand side of the device with the volume rocker. On the bottom of the device, you have a speaker grill, that USB-C port I was just mentioning about, and a little tiny bubble bunt that you can just push it in, and it brings out that stylus.
I love that spring action.
Right?
Super easy, super user-friendly, just to be able to, when you feel that spring, you know, hey, it's locked in, pops right out, so I love that.
It's so convenient, and as soon as you take it out of the spring-loaded mechanism, you can quickly start jotting down your notes, right? Without ever having to unlock your device. So this is super convenient when you have to quickly jot something down, you don't want to miss it, and having that stylus to be able to see what you're touching on the screen is super great.
I love it. Yeah, and there's so many great note-taking apps out there. We have the Moto Note built into this as well, so you can use that, but there's so many out there. But again, it's all to keep you organized, to quickly take those notes. As you mentioned, all you got to do is pop out that stylus, and instantly you could start doodling, taking notes, whatever the case might be.
That's right, and it has a good heft weight to it.
Yes.
And I really like how it's a little bit longer in my hand, so I can actually hold it and not drop it or anything. It's a very premium materials that it's built out of. And when you look at the home screen, with it out of its tray in the bottom, you have a little bubble. And if you tap on that bubble, it will come up with some special apps. You can customize this to whatever you want. Some of my favorites is a coloring book. We added this coloring book feature into the device so you can do a little doodle if you want while you're maybe taking a phone call or you're trying to entertain the kids for a little bit because they're being annoying. Give them the stylus, open up the coloring book, and then let them go to town.
Yeah, they could color outside the lines all they want.
Right?
I mean, I think it's super cool. Yeah, gaming on this is also, you know, next level, right? I mean, it's almost cheating with some of these games like Fruit Ninja and some of these others that I got addicted to with some of, you know, with the stylus. So yeah, all the great features that you can do. Editing photos, annotating photos, adding a quick note before you send off that message, you know, hey, check out this photo. You know, so all the great things that you can do. And again, it's so versatile. And I just love all the features that are coming with that stylus.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do is edit photos.
Yep.
Because you have this gorgeous display. It takes some incredible photos thanks to the 48 megapixel main sensor, which is located right here on the back. And then you also have some other sensors in here to also take your camera game to the next levels. You also have a ultra wide, so you can fit a ton of people in a frame, or maybe a nice scenery like a empty park right now, or the skyline. You can also have a macro sensor, get really up close and detailed to a subject and be able to see things very crisp, see whole new worlds. So you can really take some of your social media game to the next level thanks to the camera arrays in this.
Exactly, and that's 4 camera sensors. You know, so we saw with last year's the G family come out with the triple camera system, which was great, phenomenal features, a lot of great stuff with those cameras. Having 4 cameras, right, now giving you all those capabilities, right, the macro, the depth, the ultra wide. And a lot of times people think ultra wide is just for outdoors, right, getting a big landscape image, and it is, it's wonderful for that. But even indoors, over the holidays, I received a really awesome gift, this new shelf where I could put all my action figures and my comic books. And when I was using the standard camera, I couldn't fit everything into the frame. But I turned on that ultra wide and now everything's there. All my nerd glory right there, right in front of me, all in one image, right? So that's really great. So indoors or outdoors, same thing with the macro, the ultra wide, having that quad camera system is just super cool to be able to allow you to do all of the great things that you want to do with the camera right now.
That's right, especially taking your TikTok game to
I'm getting there. I'm going
to do some little edits.
Yeah. For those of you that wanted to see the Dougie, you will be seeing that later on my TikTok. So definitely send a follow, and you'll definitely be able to check that out later on today. But it doesn't stop there, right? Because as we mentioned before, right, we're noticing a theme, right? Battery, display, processor, right? This processor is built for this phone. It's perfect for the multi-camera, for the AI, for that battery efficiency, right? So you're still getting that great battery life. You're getting the great rendering of graphics if you are mobile gaming. It really takes everything to another level and moves everything so smoothly because, again, this is for that person that's multitasking. They're the power user. You're going to need something that's buttery smooth, and it's going to be able to stand up with whatever you're throwing at it.
Yeah, and let's talk about the storage for a moment too. This has 128 gigs of storage, right? So that's going to be more memories, more movies, more everything.
Yeah, 128 gigs of storage, and it's expandable. So if for whatever reason you run out of that 128 gigs, you could expand that with a micro SD card so easily. But again, 128 gigs of storage, 4 gigs of RAM with that processor. Again, you're getting just amazing performance out of the Moto G Stylus.
Yeah, and let's talk about talking about those movies, right? Like I love being able to just watch in bed, don't have to go to a movie theater anymore, wait in those long lines, pay a ton of money.
Yeah.
I think there's some new ways to be able to experience watching movies this year, right?
Yeah, one of the big streaming services just announced that they're going to be taking all of their theatrical releases directly to the streaming service. So, you know, gone are the days where you have to go wait in line, pay the the popcorn prices, right? You could do that all in your at your home or on this device. And again, having that beautiful, large, full HD plus display is really going to be able to kind of help you out with all of those great experiences.
Yeah, and how about 2 days of battery? How's that sound?
Man, yeah, you're going to need it. You're going to need it with all the things you're doing on here. And again, it follows the trend, right, of just having amazing battery life with these devices. So happy that you're getting, again, up to 2 days of battery life. So you don't have to worry about, again, being kind of constrained to being always by an outlet. Don't worry about it. Charge it up on a single charge, you're good to go.
That's great. That's great. So how about we take a moment to take a little break about talking
Yeah.
about phones, and I think we have, see if there's any questions or some new
Sure.
comments in here, and then maybe we can turn it on over to our friends at the fire.
Yeah, for sure. Lurkin saying, what's up to DZ? Does this phone have screen sharing? Play the speaker, a lot of cool stuff. Micro SD card on the Play. Yes, micro SD card also on the Moto G Play. So it's really great stuff.
Yeah, you really need to take advantage of that larger size. If you want to load some more photos on there from previous devices and just keep them always on you, having one of those SD cards really helps.
Yeah, yeah. So should we call these the G 2021? So again, yeah, right, because there is the G Power 2020. You know, it's nothing official that you would see on any boxing or anything like that. But yes, this is definitely going to be the G Power for 2021, the G Power or the G Stylus for 2021 as well. So great question there. Let's see if we could see anything else here.
Yeah, I'm just really excited about all three of the G products so far. That Play, that Power, and now the Stylus in here. It's really incredible what we've been able to do, and what a great way to start off 2021 with a brand new Moto phone.
Exactly, exactly. I think one of your resolutions should be to get one of these new phones, right? But
Maybe.
you know what? I think now's a great time to get our message. I think we have our message ready from the Chicago Fire. So let's take a look and let's hear this message.
Congratulations to Motorola on the announcement of all these exciting new phones. I'm so happy recording from the new Motorola One 5G Ace. The 5G speed and performance is perfect for fast downloads and gaming. I'm so excited to finally have one of these phones.
Hey, awesome. Thank you so much, Francisco. And thank you to the Chicago Fire. I mean,
Great partners.
Yeah, they're great, amazing partners. And the season starts in about less than a month or so, right? So
That's
it's right around the corner. So thank you guys. We know you're super busy getting ready for the new season. So thank you so much. Happy New Year. And again, yes, he was talking about the new Motorola One 5G Ace.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so thrilled about this product. You know, 5G is starting to roll out into more and more areas across the U.S., and this is going to be a perfect device to take advantage of those new network speeds.
Exactly. You know what? Let's get to the unboxing, because as like the previous three devices, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous looking device.
That is right. That is right. So the box, you're going to be able to lift it off the lid, and you're immediately greeted with that phone. So I'm going to put that off to the side because I want to explore a little bit more. What else do we have inside the box? Just underneath the phone, you're going to have some helpful start guides, that SIM popper tool, which is very important, so you can use your current SIM, put it in here if you get the unlocked variant. It's also good for all of our carrier partners. Inside, you are going to get a wall charger. Can't never have enough of those around, and it charges via USB-C. So that is, it's 2021, everyone. You're going to want to be able to get something that works universal across so many of your devices, and USB-C is the port of this 2021 time, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it's really all about, like you mentioned, the 5G,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Really bringing 5G to everybody. Again, this is what it's all about, right? When you're talking about these price points, when you're talking about 5G and how it's so new and you want to see what it's all about, but you don't want to pay some of those 5G prices that you're seeing out there right now.
It could be expensive.
It can be.
first.
And this is going to be one of the lowest costing 5G devices out there. We had a question about pricing. So let's talk really quickly about pricing. The Moto G Play, $169.99. The Moto G Power, $199. So again, both of those under $200.
Oh, great.
The device that we just talked about was the
G Stylus.
G Stylus. Let me get the
right?
price on that. The price point on this guy right here is going to be $399. So we'll get you the price on that G Power. I don't have that in front of me, but great questions on there. And again, when you're looking at the prices, you're looking at these features that you're getting. Again, these are really made for everyone, right? Especially
right.
with the 5G.
That's right. So let's continue explore the hardware of this Motorola One 5G Ace. You have the fingerprint sensor located on the back, very convenient if you're right-handed or left-handed. You have that advanced camera system over in the upper right-hand corner. If you take a look over on the right-hand side of the device, you do have a power button with that volume rocker. And then on the bottom of the device, you have a USB-C port, that headphone jack, and your speaker grill. And you can't look at a phone without the gorgeous display. That's what it's all about, right? You really want a great display.
Yeah, such a beautiful display. That 6.7 inch, again, full HD display. And this phone is really all about 5G, but you know what? The processor in this device is built for gaming. Built for intense desktop quality type games that you're going to be able to run on this device. It's also a global 5G processor as well. So if you are buying the unlocked variant of this, whether it's one technology or the other, you're going to be good to go with the 5G. It'll recognize that, it'll optimize it for you. Again, so this processor is so phenomenal and works hand in hand with that beautiful display, because you're going to be doing a lot of gaming on here. Some of the games that you weren't able to kind of approach before, now you're going to be able to get that. Really quick, one of the questions on the Moto G Power was the RAM. It's 4 gigs of RAM on the G Power, and this bad boy right here has up to 6 gigs of RAM.
Wow, and you need that lot of RAM to take advantage of those 5G speeds that you're going to get.
Yeah.
And you would think with that amount of RAM, that those 5G speeds, they'd probably drain the battery life a lot. On the Motorola One 5G Ace, we got you covered. You can go up to 2 days on a single charge.
Exactly. And talking about RAM, I mean, you know, you mentioned the processor almost being the brain of the device.
It is.
The RAM is almost like your hands, right? So the more hands you have, the more multitasking you can do, the more web pages you can open up, the more everything, right? So. Yeah. Having that the great RAM, having the great processor, along with the great storage, up to 128 gigs of storage as well, also expandable, right? So all of the great features that you're looking for. You're not locked in to, you know, that storage or whatever. You could expand that. You could expand that. So really great all around features on there, especially with that gaming. Again, this processor engineered for optimized gaming, but not just the rendering of those graphics, but it also enhances your battery life. It enhances all of the things that you're going to need to make sure that when you're mobile gaming, you're going to not experience any type of lag. It's going to be super smooth.
That's right, because you're going to need everything. You need it all to be able to put together. The worst
right.
thing that could ever happen is for your phone to die or you to be glitched out of the game right when you're about to win it.
Exactly. You could have one of the new consoles, but if you don't have Wi-Fi or anything, that you're not going to be gaming online, right? So again, you're going to need the full package. And that's what the Motorola One 5G Ace offers you, is that full package for the mobile gaming. But as you mentioned, great camera system, right? So a lot of great stuff here.
Yeah, with it, you mentioned the camera. One of my favorite things is that auto smile capture. I don't think we had a chance to talk about that yet, but I love when you're able to take a photo of maybe a large group, because everyone has to be socially distant, and it will not take the photo until everyone is smiling.
Which is great, right?
I can't wait to do that once everyone is safe and healthy.
Exactly, because we all have that one cousin, right? That one tough guy uncle who doesn't smile. Now you're gonna have to smile or else we're not taking the picture, right? So I love that. That's all built in with that AI capability, again, because of the processor, being able to control the multi-camera system to really be more efficient when it comes to taking those images. And I love that this phone and the other phones too, they suggest based off of your surroundings, hey, you know what, it's a little bit dark, let's use night vision. Hey, you're getting really close, let's use macro, right? So again, the AI is super intuitive, super smart, and you mentioned that new camera UI that's super friendly. You can use it one-handed. I really love it. And as we mentioned, we talk about some of the upgrades when it comes to like Android and things, but the great thing is that these cameras get updated all the time as well.
That's true.
So if there's a new feature that comes out, some new moto gesture that comes out, you're going to be able to get that update. So we're constantly doing those updates, security updates. So again, let's take a quick break really quick before we recap to see, do these phones have 5G? So the only one that has the 5G is the Motorola One 5G Ace. So the Gs do not have 5G, but the Motorola One 5G Ace does. So great question. Thank you for that. When and where can we get them? Great. That's a great question. They're going to be available, I think, as soon as like January 16th, if I'm not mistaken, right around there, the 14th, 16th.
Yeah, it's very close.
Available.
Yeah.
The 14th. See, I just got you guys 2 days.
Oh,
asking that question. Now you get it 2 days earlier, right? So that's really great. So yes, you know, it's going to be available very shortly here.
Yeah, and you can look at your carrier, see its availability. When is it going to be when is it going to be released and available for you to get? Or you can always visit us at Motorola.com in order to get all of the information that we talked about today, and also hopefully answer some of your other questions.
Yeah, it says of all the phones, which one is the best for watching TV shows? Amazing questions. I honestly could could make an argument for all of these phones, but if I had to pick one phone, I'm thinking the Motorola One 5G Ace, because of the processor that's in there that's really built for gaming. So if you are watching TV shows, you're going to get those rich colors, those darker, blacks, all of those things, right? So for me, if I had to choose one, that would be the one I would choose. But really,
and for me, I think I'd go with the Power, because I want to be able to go for up to 3 days. I want to be able to binge watch a show for a very long time.
That's true. Some of the shows we watch, there's like 7 seasons, right? So you do need someone with a great battery life. So that's also a great answer.
So hopefully, it's up to you.
No, not dual SIM and not eSIM. So it is just a single SIM, and then the other tray is for your micro SD card. So great question there. With that. Awesome. Keep those questions coming. We have people that are going to be hopefully answering those for you, continuing. But if not, definitely feel to reach out to us again on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok for that Dougie.
There you go.
I'm going to get that Corvette thing locked down by the end of the week. I promise you.
And a huge thanks to the Chicago Fire for being a part of today's announcement.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Francisco Calvo, again, amazing player, an amazing organization that offered up some time to give us a nice message for all the viewers here as well. And we also have some awesome Chicago Fire gear as well. So hopefully, congratulations to the winners, to those of you that asked all the great questions. Thank you so much for joining us. I had so much fun. Kemper, it was so good to see you again.
Yes, Adrian, likewise.
Yes. Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year.